Alright guys, time for your daily druism. So it's Friday, we're going to do Fun Fact Friday today. So everybody's going to go out, we're going to have a little fun, woo, get crazy, it's TGIF. So when you go out tonight, here's just a couple things to think about. You're going to do what you're going to do. I'm just here to arm you with a little bit of information on how to make some better choices. So we're talking about alcohol and food, since that's mostly what everybody's going to do. We're going to go out, we're going to have a little bit of fun with friends and family, and I encourage you to do that. Here's how to moderate it. You got to remember, when alcohol enters the system, it's viewed as a toxin, so it's prioritized in the body. So any food that's in there is put back on there. So alcohol, toxin, you make your own thoughts on that, but it's prioritized. Next, when alcohol comes into the system, fats and carbs pretty much go straight to body fat. Because alcohol is prioritized over everything, the body's going to take care of that before it does anything else. So any fats and carbs that are in your system go straight into body fat as long as alcohol is still in your system. So something to think about when you're sitting at your favorite watering hole later tonight. Next, you got to remember, alcohol is a diuretic. Everybody knows this, but here's what you don't maybe not thinking about. Because it's a diuretic, we get mineral loss with all the water loss that we're having. When we have mineral loss, we get muscle fatigue. We get muscle fatigue, we end up with restless sleep, which most of us all wake up that grumpy, groggy next morning. Well, the problem is when we have restless sleep, we wake up the next day and we're twice as hungry because we didn't get sleep, because our muscles are tired from never really getting a chance to rest. So you got to think about these cycles when you're going through. So if you're going to do this, you also got to remember, and this is kind of a tip going back to the night before, alcohol lowers inhibitions, which is why most of us do it, because we want to be inhibited, because we don't want to think about our week or our weekend or whatever it is that we're running from. But when we make those poor inhibitions, you got to remember that leads to poor food choices, and that leads to a sad person next morning. So, just some things to think about if you're going to do it. Here's a couple tips. When you're going out, make sure you eat a full meal first. A lot of you guys will come out to me, well, Drew, I'm going to skip lunch because I know I'm going to have extra drinks later. I want to save my calories. Well, the problem with that is that when you skip a meal, now you're twice as hungry, and then after that first drink hits you and you're like, oh, you're twice as likely to go get something to eat, and rather than making a healthy choice, now you're going to make a worse choice because you're twice as hungry, and the cheeseburger and pizza's going to look really good now, isn't it? So, don't skip a meal, eat a full healthy meal first. Eat all those fruits and veggies and good healthy things. Remember, earth, tree, face. Remember my food rules. Next, try to get 1 water to 1 alcoholic beverage. So if you're going to have an alcoholic beverage, have some water. They're putting it on the table for you anyway, you might as well eat it. Last, just facts to think about. When you're out there making the choices, on average, a glass of wine could be around 100 calories, depends on who's pouring it. If you're pouring it at your house, who knows what you got. If you're going to have a beer on average, I know they have those low-carb beers and they can be down around 60 and 80, but you have your full beers that can be around 200 or plus, so we're going to call that about 140 mix. And last, any mixed drink can be as low as 120 calories up to almost 400 calories on some of these really specialty drinks. So guys, I hope you have fun this weekend. I hope you enjoy your time off, but here's some things to think about, and we'll see you tomorrow for tomorrow's Daily Druism.